Hello and welcome back to our Octopath travel playthrough. Only 2 more stories to go now as we finished Nerion's last episode. He went to the frozen north. He found the city controlled by thieves, specifically his old friend Darius. We beat him up, we took the dragon stones back, and Darius's mates turned on him, took all his gold, and left him for dead. As you do. So, off we go. We are going in search of Alfyn's final story, which is conveniently right next door, actually, in a place called Orwell. And then Primrose is over here in Emerald. So, let us be off. Alfyn Chapter 4. Your journey as an apothecary has carried you to Orwell. Your confidence shaken, you pray that this is where you'll find the answers you seek. Story so far. In Saintsbridge, Alfyn used his talents to save the life of a thief named Miguel. But as soon as the man could walk again, he kidnapped and wounded an innocent boy. Was Alfyn wrong to believe what he believed? Was Ogen right? Are some lives truly not worth saving? Alfyn looked to the sky. Tell me, what would you have done? But there were no answers to be found. And so, with self-doubt festering in his heart, Alfyn arrived in the town of Orwell. Alfyn says, I've come all this way, and I feel like I've found more questions than answers. You listening up there? Still no sign for me, huh? I better snap out of it before a wrong step puts me at the bottom of this canyon. Alfyn walks up to a stranger and he says, Howdy there, why so glum?
Truth is...
The villager says, Oh, woe is me. My poor wife and kids are fighting for their lives. Why did this damn plague have to come to our poor village? Haven't we suffered enough? That satchel of yours, I don't reckon you're an apothecary. Alfyn replies, Reckon I am, and the plague you speak of is what brought me here.
Oh.
The villager says, Oh, thank the heavens. For once the gods smile upon us.
Let's go.
Alfyn says, Just show me to my patients. I'll do the best that I can.
Fair and well.
The villager says, Well, thank you. Pray follow me.
Huh?
Beg pardon if I'm just imagining things, friend, but is something the matter? You're looking awful glum yourself. Alfyn says, Oh, it's nothing at all. Now we should hurry. And he lets the villager guide him away, thinking, Yikes, I can't let them see me brooding. At any rate, I have a job to do.
Gadzooks.
We're in an infirmary. Alfyn thinks to himself, Gadzooks, just look at them all.
I'm coming in.
Someone says, I'm coming in.
The hells?
Alfyn says, wait, that's...
Excuse me.
Ogen says, before I begin the treatment, I would know a few things about you. That'll do. Sorry to pry. Now, let's see what we can do about your cough. The villager says, oh, thank you, Mr.
The name's Ogen.
Ogen says, name's Ogen. I'm a travelling apothecary of sorts. A little bird told me your village was in rough shape, so here I am.
Oh.
The villager says, not one but two apothecaries come to our humble home. Mayhap the flame shines bright upon us yet. How can we ever repay you?
I'll be on my way.
Ogen says, think nothing of...
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
Whoa.
Alfyn walks over and says, thought your hands were steadier than that, old man.
Howdy.
We keep meeting, eh?
You.
Ogen asks, you again? Figured you'd have given up and gone home already. But it seems you're made of stronger stuff than that. Alfyn laughs. Damn right I am. Take away my medicine and dogged grit, and there'd be nothing left, save for a love of drink. Ogen laughs. If you say so.
Mind if we shoot the breeze?
Alfyn says, anyhow, what with all the patients needing tending, it's good to have you around. What say we team up? 2 sets of hands are better than one, eh?
I think not.
Ogen says, thanks, but no thanks. I always work alone. Alfyn asks, how did I know you'd say that? As you like then, I'll do the same.
Well now.
Sometime later, Alfyn says, phew, that takes care of everyone. And I dare say I've worked up quite a thirst. Think I'll hit the tavern. See you around, Ogen. And so Alfyn leaves. Ogen ponders something to himself and walks over to Alfyn's side of the infirmary. He talks to one of the patients and says, the fellow gave you some medicine just now, yes? The villager replies, thanks be to the flame, he most certainly did.
Let me see it.
Ogen says, let me see it. It'll only take a moment. He thinks about looking at the potion. What do we need to make for the tavern? That's the inn, not the tavern.
Greetings.
Oblivious townsperson says, a bloke calling himself Cervantes just came by, clad head to toe in the finest mail. What was he up to, you reckon? I don't know. You didn't happen to steal any of his stuff, did you? I'll take that. Thank you. Actually, anything interesting? Nothing interesting. A glass marble, a large feather, and a rare stone.
Hello to you.
The affable merchant says, my father was a merchant before me and travelled his fair share. He even said he saw a dragon near here once. Well, I think... Inside the tavern, Alfyn says, "Lagging of your strongest, my good man." I have to admit that didn't sound like a flagon.
How are you?
The tavern keeper asks, "Something eaten away at you, friend?" Ogen enters the tavern. Alfyn asks, "Shucks, isn't that obvious?"
Well,
The tavern keeper says, "Might as well be written on your face."
Sorry about that.
Alfyn laughs. "It's nothing, just a lost love, one I'm already in the midst of forgetting." The tavern keeper says, "If you're trying to win me over, you're going to have to try harder than that." And she goes to attend to a
Whoa.
customer. Alfyn says, "And there she goes." Ogen walks up to the bar and says, "Lying isn't your strong suit, is it?" Alfyn says, "So I'm not the only one who needed a stiff one. Long day?" Ogen says, "Heed my words, boy. Tell too many lies, even little white ones, and one day you'll forget what the truth is."
You don't say.
Alfyn laughs. "Thanks for the diagnosis." Ogen says, "I saw the medicine you gave the villagers back there. Sloppier than before, almost as if your heart wasn't in it."
Oh?
Alfyn asks, "Nothing gets past you, does it?" To tell the truth, all this time I've been thinking, what am I really doing this for? And these days, I just don't know. I can't find an answer. Ogen says, "Nor I. And I wager I've been searching for a fair bit longer." Alfyn laughs. "You don't say."
Huh?
"Hey, is it me or are your hands shaking?"
Afraid the answer is no.
Ogen says, "I think you've had one ale too many." Alfyn considers this. Then he says, "We're both exhausted, I'm sure. Get a good night's sleep." Ogen says, "Right." Alfyn leaves. Then Ogen says, "There are no answers. Not for me."
Hey-o!
Alfyn's walking across a bridge at night, and a villager calls out after him, "Alfyn! Alfyn!"
Oh?
Alfyn turns and says, "Hey there, what can I do you for?"
Well...
The villager replies, "My fever, it's getting worse by the hour."
Oh.
Alfyn says, "Ogen was taking care of you, wasn't he? Could he have botched the dose?" The villager laughs. "Perish the thought. Why, Sir Ogen's been Why, Sir Ogen's 1,000 times the apothecary you'll ever be.
The hells?
Alfyn says, why, if you're so godsdarn fond of the old grump. The villager says, I jest, please, sir, I beg your help. Master Ogen's worn too thin to impose.
What?
Alfyn asks, worn thin? The villager says, why, just today he must have dropped his tools some 20-odd times. Later he started coughing something terrible, and then he just wandered away.
Hmm.
Alfyn says, that doesn't sound right.
The fact is,
The villager says, what with all the patients he's been seeing, no wonder he's tired and all. Alfyn considers this. And we're looking at Ogen lying in his bed, grumbling a bit. He must be dreaming because he's talking. He says, Melissa, please forgive me. He sits up. I presume he's in a sweat at the moment. He's thinking and thinking. He says, always the same dream. Then he starts coughing rather badly. Presume he's just coughed up blood. No west. That wascally wabbit. No rest for the weary. My patients are waiting. Now in the morning, Alfyn thinks to himself, I should walk around town and see if anyone else needs my help. Travel banter. Alfyn and Primrose. Primrose says, I must say, Alfyn, you seem to be enjoying yourself at the alehouse yesterday. Alfyn laughs. Yeah, me and Mead get along just fine. Primrose says, I could tell the number of times I had to fill your mug. You should thank me, you know. Alfyn laughs again. I suppose I should. But you could have put Ogen a drink from time to time, too. Primrose replies, the man seems to prefer his own company. Alfyn says, don't worry, he's just an old grump anyway. But I figure he'd cheer up quick if you showed him a dance or two. Primrose says, Alfyn says, there's real magic in the way you move on stage. It'd brighten anyone's day. Primrose says, smooth talker, are we? Alfyn says, hey, it ain't just talk. I'm telling you, I bet even Ogen wouldn't be able to tear his eyes away. Primrose laughs, and maybe I will pour him a drink next time. Okay, let's look around town, shall we? Oh, chest. We got a scrap of rope. Unsure why that would be useful. Oh, on the bridge. It looks like Ogen's making a house call. Alfyn says, is that Ogen?
you're too kind.
The villager says, you saved my life, traveller. How can I ever repay you?
Just doing my job.
Ogen replies, Just doing my job, and with that, I'll be on my way. The villager goes back inside,
Hey,
and Ogen
feeling
makes
all
his way down to the bridge. Alfyn calls out, "Not so fast, old man."
You.
Ogen says, "You again?"
What's the matter?
Alfyn asks, "What's this I hear about you dropping your tools and hacking all over your patients?" Ogen asks, "Not one for tact, are you?"
What's the matter?
Alfyn asks, "What's the matter? Got a bad case of the runs?"
Afraid the answer is no.
Ogen replies, "Even if I did, it'd be none of your concern."
Come on now.
Alfyn says, Right, whatever. Why don't I just take a look?"
That'll do.
Ogen asks, "Why don't you just mind your own business?" Alfyn says, "Come on, old man. Believe it or not, I'm worried about you." Ogen says, "How touching. But look, I know my body as well as..." And he collapses, coughing.
Ye gads!
Alfyn cries, "Good grief. You're getting a checkup whether you like it or not." Ogen says, "Keep your bloody hands off me." I told you, I'm perfectly aware of what's happening to my... Coughing up more blood.
Huh?
Alfyn says, "So you knew you were about to hawk up all that blood, eh?" Ogen says nothing. Alfyn says, "You're sicker than a dog, and I'd be one sorry apothecary to let you walk away untreated. Now be a good patient here." Ogen again says nothing. Then he says, "Go ahead and treat me then, if you can."
Son of a...
Alfyn says, "You still don't trust me, you son of a..." Then he gasps in surprise. Alfyn says, "Hell's in tarnation." Ogen says nothing.
Holy...
Alfyn says, "You're falling apart inside and out. Your forehead's nigh on fire, and what in blazes is this horrible purple rash? It's a miracle you're even standing. How could you let yourself get in this state?" Ogen says nothing. Alfyn asks, "Don't you get it? If you don't treat this, you're going to die."
Aye.
Ogen says, "Tell me something I don't know."
What the...
Alfyn says, "If you knew, then why?" Ogen says, "It's none of your concern. Even if I told you, what would you be able to do about it?" "Nothing, that's what." Alfyn has no comeback. And Ogen starts walking away across the bridge.
I'll be on my way.
Ogen says, "Forget about me, Alfyn, for both our sakes." And walks across the bridge, leaving Alfyn behind. Alfyn says, "Someone around here must know something about Ogen." Chest. Weathered boots. Lucky us.
Hello to you.
Let's see. No, you're good. I'll just come around here and nick from the chest. 68 monies, look at that. We're rich.
How fare thee?
The villager says the ogre eagle nests in the forests of Rubear, just northwest of here. Their feathers might be beautiful, but they're still deadly creatures, so you do well to keep your distance. I see. You don't happen to have any of their feathers, do you? No, but all of your stuff is ours now. Thank you very much. Yep. You can keep your coin pouch, sir. Lazy Loafer says, for the last 3 days now, that merchant's been saying he's going to throw himself off the cliff. I should get on with it or go home. That vacillating gets on my nerves. He's a pest, there's no two ways about it. Blimey, I wish someone would do something about him. Well, you can always push him over if you don't want him to be there. And now you can keep that junk.
Oh,
Patient says, I'm tired of flying around all day. I want to be better already.
Many thanks.
Patient says, I feel so much better now, thank you.
Heavens me!
Patient asks, how much longer until I'm better? Patient says, oh.
Thank you.
Patient says, many thanks to you and your medicine. Got soothing dust, lucky us. Patient says, I can't thank you enough for coming all this way. Patient is 21 years of age and says, don't even mention food to me, I have no appetite. But we have gleaned information on Ogen's mutterings. Alfyn says, Ogen was muttering the name Melissa. Maybe mentioning that will get the old man talking. I highly doubt it, but somewhere to start at least, I suppose. Now, where is he? Curiosity. The merchant is aged 28 years, a travelling merchant who makes a habit of learning stories wherever she goes, that she might share them with the children of the orphanage in her hometown. We've gleaned information on the Dragon of the Clifflands. The miserable mother is aged 57 years, a woman of Orwell who lives alone. Her husband died young, leaving her to raise their son by herself. However, after a heated argument, the youth stormed off, never to return. Even now, more than a decade later, she sometimes finds herself staring at the front door he slammed shut behind him. We've gleaned information on a hidden item. Which would be right there. In theory. oblivious townsperson is aged 24 years. This man claims to often bear witness to incredible sights. A dragon sauntering through a town square, a deity manifesting to cavort with mortals, and so forth. No one is certain whether he is mad or daft, but given his confusion when challenged, at the very least he seems to be sincere. And we've gleaned information on another hidden item. We got an inspiriting plum in. Lucky us. Roger is aged 28 years, a man born and raised in this village who works as a mender of buildings and tools. Though he lacks the formal training of a carpenter, since most of the younger generations choose to leave the village when they can, it falls to people like him to remain and do that which no one else is willing to do. And we have got a discount at the inn, which is fortunate for us. The struggling merchant is aged 28 years, a merchant who failed to heed the advice of others and was taken in by the false promises of a charlatan. Believing it too late to redeem himself, he has decided to shuffle off this morbid coil. There is no information to be taken from him. The lazy loafer is aged 26 years, a layabout who detests all exertions to the point that he hates having to expend effort to avoid expending effort. Unsurprisingly, he's unemployed. And we've gleaned information on another hidden item, which is right there beside him. An empty coin pouch. Look at that. Wonderful. Is at the inn. Ogen says, Melissa. Damn it, how do you know her name? He starts being quiet and closes his eyes. He says, I told you the story of how I came to choose my patients, yes? Alfyn says, you told me you lost your dear wife. That she was murdered in cold blood by a man whose life you saved.
Aye.
Ogen says, aye, but the story doesn't end there.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I set off on a journey. I had no hopes, no aspirations. I just wanted to help someone, anyone, in any way I could. Anything to do Melissa proud.
But
it wasn't to be. One day in a far-flung village, I found him. The man who murdered my beloved. Alfyn is surprised by this. Ogen continues. He had a family of his own. A wife, a boy of 5 summers. When I saw them together, smiling and laughing, something broke inside of me. And so I waited till nightfall, then snuck up on the man when he was alone, and left him in the same shape he left my dear Melissa. Alfyn has no words in response to this. Then he steps back and says, You can't be. Ogen says, It was a strange feeling. Though saving his life took days, ending it took but an instant. Human life's a fleeting and fragile thing, eh? I fled from the village, as fast and far as I could. From there, I continued my journey as if nothing had happened. Funny, isn't it? None of these people know the man who saved their lives stole another. I can't bear to think of the pain and suffering I inflicted on the man's family, so I don't. But every day I ask myself, what right do I have to play God with these blood-stained hands? Time and again I thought of ending my own life, but I'm too much of a coward to do the deed. How many years has it been now? In my travels, my body has come to be ravaged by every plague and pestilence our realm has known. But never once have I thought of treating myself. I am a murderer, a sinner. And mine is not a life worth saving. Alfyn again can't find words to respond. Ogen asks, "Do you see now, Alfyn?" This is the answer I found. I'm feeling a bit tired. Pray leave me to rest a while. Alfyn again says nothing.
That stubborn bastard. Ain't there nothing in here that'll help at a time like this? Ugh, what a mess. Been too busy to clean it out all this time. Ogen is determined to die. That's the answer he's come to, after a long and harrowing journey. What right do I have to think I know better? Besides, what could I do for him anyhow? I barely manage to get by as it is. How do I even go about fixing a busted soul? I'm just one man. One small, insignificant man. Damn it all. A letter?
To my dear friend Alfyn. When you find this letter, no doubt you'll be off in some far-flung village somewhere. I was more than happy to urge you on in your journey, but truth be told, I was just a bit worried about you. Worried that along the way, you'd find someone and take on all their pain and suffering as your own. You've always had a sensitive streak after all. But, should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together.
Zeph.
Zeph, you're back!
That I am, Nina.
Is something the matter?
Nothing you need worry yourself about. Alf. I've always admired your selflessness. In helping others, you think nothing of yourself. In that sense, you're the best apothecary and the best friend anyone could ask for. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. So go out there, Alf, and do what you feel is right. With your heart at ease and your head held high. P.S. This is far too embarrassing to say in person, so I'll just hide this letter underneath all your stuff.
That idiot. Just reading that, my face is as red as a beet. Thanks, buddy. I really got myself worked up over nothing, didn't I? I know what I need to do, and gods be damned if anyone will keep me from doing it. Ain't that right, Seth? I'll show everyone what I believe in. Including you, wherever you are. And you too, Ogen. Just you wait.
Drivel banter.
Well, I'll be damned.
Alfyn and Therion. Therion says, "Well, you're looking more chipper." Alfyn says, "Huh?" Therion replies, "You were moping around like a stick in the mud for a while there." Alfyn asks, "Is that right? Guess we can put that down to the encouragement of an old pal." Therion asks, "Old pal?" Alfyn replies, "Yeah, found a letter tucked away in my satchel. You'd think after all these years you could just say it to my face." Therion says, "Well, it sounds like you got yourself a good friend." Alfyn laughs. "You got that right." Therion asks, "Would you trust this friend of yours forever, no matter what?" Alfyn replies, "Darn right I would." Therion asks, "Even if he betrayed you?" Alfyn says, "Yep, because if he did betray me, it'd be because he didn't have any other choice. Like his little sister begged him to steal my sleepweed, with tears in her eyes or something like that. Folk make mistakes sometimes. No point in throwing away a whole friendship over that." Therion laughs. "You're a bigger man than I gave you credit for." Right, to the inn. Oh. Ophelia's here. Ophelia says, should you need guidance and support on your path, I am ever at your service." That's the tavern, not the inn. Back inside the inn.
Sorry, old man. I'm here, whether you like it or not.
Alfyn, how many times must I say it? Just leave me here and go on your way.
Oh, enough.
Huh?
Quit your belly aching and lie down before I have to knock you over.
What? What in the God's name are you?
So you're a stinking murderer. A sinner, huh? Great. Like I give a damn. It ain't my job to choose who lives and who dies. I ain't no god. If it's in my power to help a body, I'll be damned if that ain't what I'm gonna do. That's why I became an apothecary. That's what I believe in. There. That should keep you breathing for now.
Just what do you plan to do next?
Ain't it obvious? I'm gonna fix you. And not just your body. All of you. I'm gonna whip up an elixir that'll have you feeling like a new man. Just you wait, Ogen.
Fix me? Don't make me laugh.
So, once again, using the Praetorium as a guide for how you absolutely should do voice acting is probably not the best approach. We're outside again, and Alfyn says, "Well, I dashed out of there like a man on a mission. But heck if I got the faintest idea of what to do next. I ain't never seen the likes of those symptoms."
Should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together.
Alfyn says, "Come to think of it. One time when Zeph and I were studying together,
Alfyn,
in a flashback, Zeph says, "Say, Alf, remember when we were small and you got real sick? We feared you were going to die. Slowly but steadily, your body cramped up until you couldn't even hold a spoon. And those terrible purple blotches, I could hardly bear to look at you. I've been trying to replicate the elixir that cured you, but to no avail. That traveller who saved you was really something else." Zeph laughs. "Too bad we weren't of a mind to ask for the recipe back then, huh?" Alfyn, now back in the present time, says, "Fun times, Zeph. So much for remembering." Alfyn thinks to himself, "Wait a minute. Couldn't hold a spoon? Hasn't Ogen been dropping his tools? And purple blotches?
I can't believe it, but...
Alfyn says, "No, it couldn't be. It's too much of a coincidence. Or is it? If Ogen has the same disease that I had, that means there's a cure. The same cure that saved my life. Think, Alfyn, think. How did he make the medicine? Who am I kidding? I couldn't even remember my own symptoms until now.
Damn it all.
Damn it all, it must be in here somewhere. Think.
Great!
Flashback. An unknown person, who I'm going to assume will become Ogen, says, "There, that should do it. You're a lucky boy, Alfyn." The disease had all but taken over. You had a day or two at best. But I just happened to come along when I did, with this potion in hand. Fate works in mysterious ways. How long did I labour to brew this elixir, and from ingredients that I may never see again? To tell the truth, it was meant for another, but that hardly matters now. If it saves your life, it will have more than served its purpose. Sleep tight, son. You'll be feeling better on the morrow. Child Alfyn says nothing. Then he stands up and runs over to the bloke and talks.
Oh?
The bloke says, "Come now, Alfyn, what did I just tell you? Rest is the best medicine, you know." Now it's back to bed with you. And he puts us back to bed. The travelling apothecary is aged 24 years. A travelling apothecary, at least that's what he said. He goes around the world helping people who are hurt or sick, like me. Shucks, I hope I can do that too someday. And we have gleaned information on the elixir's recipe. Bloke says, "Still awake, are we?" Alfyn says something. Then the bloke asks, "What's in the potion, you ask?" The bloke laughs. "You weren't jesting when you said you wanted to be an apothecary, were you?" "Very well. Who am I to refuse such an inquisitive young mind?" The elixir was brewed from the feather of an ogre eagle, a fearsome beast whose wings spanned so wide they could block out the sun. They terrorized the skies above the forest of Rube, not far from Orwell. A boy like you would be wise not to wander there, lest you get snatched up and spirited away above the clouds. Now, back in the present, Alfyn says, "Damned if I know how, but I remember now. All I need is the feather of an ogre eagle. And the flame taking at the forest of Rube ain't just outside of town. You saved my life again, stranger.
Let's go.
Hang in there, Ogen. I'm going to fix you up as good as new." And off he runs. Travel banter. We need to go to the forest of Rube. Alfyn and Neat. Neat says, "So thou owest this man a debt?" Alfyn says, "Yeah, he's the whole reason I became an apothecary."
I see.
Neat says, "I see. So he is like a master to thee." Alfyn asks, "You have a master too, right? What's he to you?" Neat replies, "Well, he raised me like a father, and he's the hunter I strive to be." Alfyn says, "A role model. Yeah, that's how I think about my master too. I reckon if we both work hard enough, we could end up even better than our masters someday." Neat asks, "Better?" I had not imagined such a thing even possible." Alfyn asks. Why not? If you're trying to be as good as someone, you might as well strive to be better. Then you could stand in front of them, all proud like, and tell him, now the student has become the master, and it's all thanks to you. Not bad, right? Anit says, indeed. Thou speakest wisdom, so let us strive in together. Alfyn says, now that's the spirit. All right. Let's go eagle hunting then, shall we?
You won't feel a thing.
That's a rhino and a half.
I am ready.
May as well start from the top, eh? Ignis Ardent.
Ignis Ardere.
So it's not fire. Attack arrow? Nope.
Here goes nothing.
Shooting star.
The stars fall.
Letting the hunt begin.
Tiger range.
Anger and not tiger.
Here goes nothing.
First aid for progress.
That'll do her.
I am ready.
Clackies clacker.
Gracious Pater.
Salt.
Oh, come in.
Ow!
Thou
What
darest.
the? What is the fly
Using
fan
this.
for Alfyn?
Here we go.
Yeah, axe. You can just sit down, thank you.
Letting the hunt begin. Thou didst fight with courage.
We got a healing grape in.
You won't feel a thing.
Woolly spider and dreadwing. Okay. Deck arrow? Nope.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Nope.
I am ready.
Tenebrae opera.
Tenebro career.
All right.
Shooting stars.
Stars fall. My turn.
Deck arrow? Nope.
All right.
Twice?
Yeah.
Nope.
What's the big idea?
I am ready.
Yes, I did.
Ignis Ardere. Letting the hunt begin.
Tiger Rage.
Anger and not tiger.
Here we go.
First aid for Therion.
That'll do her.
Sword.
Come in, if thou darest.
Julian's Horn.
Fear in the spirit.
It worked. Lux Congo.
Lux Conjurer. The show is over.
The forest of Rue, here we go. Chest. An Inferno Amulet. We've already got you.
May I have this dance?
Here goes nothing.
Shooting Star.
The stars fall.
Yes. Nope.
I am ready.
Tall Nitrous Canary.
Nitrous Canary.
Come in, if thou darest.
My turn.
Sword.
Bring it on.
Lance. Nope.
What next?
Axe. Axe.
I am ready.
Donk. Donk. There we go. We know what they're weak to.
Come in, if thou darest.
Tiger Rage.
Anger and not tiger.
Axe.
All right.
First aid for
That'll do her.
Peruse.
I am ready.
Tenebrae Opera.
Tenebro career.
Axe.
I am ready.
Ventus Salty.
Ventus Salter. The show is over.
We got a purifying seed from that chest. One up here is a ruinous seed. This one is an inspiriting plum in.
I'll make this quick.
Salt. Nope.
I am ready.
Tony Truss Canary.
The Nitrous Canary.
Come in, if thou darest.
Takarasi.
Stiletto of steel.
Here goes nothing.
Now. Missed.
What next?
Oh. Oh. Sword. Sword. Good.
I am ready.
Donk. Donk.
All right.
Shooting stars.
Stars fall.
Wind. Yay.
My turn.
I am ready.
Come in, if thou darest.
Here goes nothing. Ha! Try again.
Alfyn has achieved level 58. Just as an energizing pomegranate M.
I'll make this quick. Out of my way. There.
Nope.
I am ready.
Tony Truss Canary.
Nitrous Canary.
Come in, if thou darest.
Tiger Rage.
Anger and not, tiger.
All right.
Shooting stars.
Stars fall. My turn.
Wildfire. Huh?
Bring it on.
First aid for
That'll do her.
Primrose.
I am ready.
Clacky's Clacker.
Gracious Portier.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Arrow Storm.
A torrent of arrows.
Well.
I am ready.
So what are you actually weak to? Because we've tried them all. Alright, must be a weapon of sorts. Donk? Nope. Axe? Nope.
Come in, if thou darest.
Lance? Lance, look at that.
All right.
Eventually got there.
Come in, if thou darest.
I am ready.
All right.
I am ready.
All right.
Done.
That's what I'm talking about.
Interesting. Lucky us.
May I have this dance?
Out of my way.
Yes, why don't we dark room?
Darkness.
right.
Icicle.
Cool off.
I am ready.
Okay. Right. Tony trust Canary.
The nitrous canary.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Yes, spurred. No?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Donk? No. Let's go with X.
I am ready.
Blacky's Clacker!
Nitrous Claudier.
All right. All right.
First aid
That'll
for
do her.
Hunt.
Coming, if thou darest.
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out you out. So you're X, okay.
Out of my way.
So, need an X for you.
I am ready.
Tenebrae Opera.
Tenebro career.
And we got
The
it.
show is over.
Anita has achieved level 57. This way is this chest with a herb of clarity.
You won't feel a thing.
My turn.
Well, that is a very obvious wind rune.
What next?
Restore.
Bring it on.
First aid for very
That'll do her.
odd.
I am ready.
Ventus Salty.
Salter.
My turn.
Salt.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Primrose has achieved level 59.
I have helpless dance.
Out of my way.
Thunder this time, I think.
Here we go.
Lance.
What next?
And Lance.
I am ready.
Tenebrae Opera.
Tenebro career.
Here's nothing.
Lance.
Letting the hunt beginneth.
Lance.
I am ready.
Ventus Salty level 3!
Ventus Salter! The show is over.
And this chest waiting here is an energizing pomegranate egg. We have a chest here which contains an augmented bow of the falcon. No, the raw power is enough at this stage.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Time for a wintering.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Here goes nothing.
Icicle?
Cool off.
I am ready.
Tony Truss Canary?
The nitrous canary.
Out of my way.
Axe.
Bring it on.
Icicle.
Cool off.
Icicle.
I am ready.
Ventus Saltine.
Ventus Salter!
Letting the hunt begin.
Sword, not sword.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Dagger? It's the dagger. I don't know
I
why
am
though.
ready.
Yeah, let's just donk you.
All right. Here we go.
Ow! What on earth? Wonderful flies here.
Try
for
this.
What next?
You. And another flies here for you.
Using this. What next?
We are going to Tiger Age.
Anger and knowledge, tiger. The hunt endeth.
Carry on as Chief level 57. And this chest here contains 30,000 monies.
You won't feel a thing.
My turn.
Right. We will ice through.
Ice.
Just for something different.
All right.
Shooting star.
The stars fall.
Come in, if thou darest.
Tiger's rage.
Anger and not, tiger.
I am ready.
Tenebrae opera.
Tenebro career!
Out of my way.
I am ready.
Winter salty.
Ventus Salter!
Letting the hunt beginneth.
Tiger's rage.
Anger and not, tiger.
Here goes nothing.
Level 3 icicles.
Here goes nothing.
Dagger. Oh,
And that's that.
trust me, to always pick the wrong way. Oh, there is a chest over here. A silver-filled pouch was contained within.
May I have this dance?
Thundery.
Light.
I am ready.
Nitrous canary.
Nitrous Canare!
Bring it on.
Nope.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Let's do Fox Spirit
A blunt blow follows.
to make it slightly different.
Here goes nothing.
First aid to
That'll do her.
Ariel will accept.
Letting the hunt begin.
And I need to axe you.
I am ready.
Tenebrae Opera level 3.
Tenebro career! The show is over.
get that one healing great bunch. Then
I'll make this quick. My turn.
Killer Chameleon. Okay, Wintering, please.
Come in, if thou darest.
Fox Spirit.
A blunt blow far apart.
I am ready.
Tenebrae Opera.
Tenebro career!
Here we go.
Shooting Stars.
Stars fall.
Out of my way.
XU.
I am ready.
Tony Trust Canary. Level 3.
Nitrous Canare.
What next?
Right. No idea.
The hunt endeth.
And we get a revitalizing gem from that chest there. Then go all the way back around here. And up.
Come on, I've got better things to do. My turn.
Right, so we know it wasn't a bow. Dark Room. Burial.
Darkness!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
We'll try the Fox Spirit again because it
A
missed.
blunt blow far apart.
It missed again.
I am ready.
I don't know what to do. Right. You're using dark, so let's use Vector Salty.
Salter.
Here goes nothing.
Are you perhaps weak to us?
Cool off.
You are. Look at that. We finally found one.
All right.
Ow. First aid for criminals.
That'll do her.
And we will. That devil beer.
I am ready.
Level 3 Tony Trust Canary.
Nitrous Canare.
Letting my arrow fly and
No, it's
true.
not a bow. So, sword.
I
We'll never
honor
know.
thee, my quarry.
Alfyn has achieved level 59. We get a healing grape in from the chest. And Imperial armor from this chest. What is Imperial armor? It's below the High House's armor. Because it only has physical defense. So, not necessarily the best.
May I have this dance?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I am ready.
Donkey says. Tony Trust Canary.
Nitrous Canare.
Out of my way.
Again? Nope.
Bring it on.
Lance. Wait, no, until next time.
I am ready.
Come in, if thou darest.
No. That one.
Bring it on!
Level 3 amputation.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Holding back nothing.
Winhild's battle cry for absolute overkill on this etching snake.
Winhild, fight with us. Thou didst fight with courage.
And it looks like we might be nearly there. Here we are. That is... That would be a beautiful Final Fantasy VI Esper, sorry. Alfyn says, Egads, but you're a big one. But I know what I need, and I ain't leaving here without it.
This should be fun!
What's this?
You... Dagger.
Alright!
No idea. First aid for Primrose.
That'll do her!
I am ready.
Lightning is...
Tonight was Canare.
Letting the hunt begin.
Thought.
So letting the hunt begin.
After the bow. Donk? No.
I am ready.
So, must be magical and must be above lightning. Clacky's Clacker? Clacky's Clacker, look at that.
Bring it on!
Which means that the last magic would be one of the three that Alfyn can unleash with shooting stars.
Stars fall!
And it's darkness. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Olive of life.
What's the big... Here goes nothing.
Yes, here goes nothing. First aid. Honey.
That'll do her.
I am ready.
Then... Blacky's clothes. Maximum elemental break.
Watch me now. Beyond boundaries.
Out of my way.
Yeah, Therion will transfer the ring.
Feel the power.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Neat will use a healing grape and
Using
Therion.
this.
I am ready.
Yes, Primrose will clack his clacker
Gracious Claudel.
to break him like that.
Here goes nothing.
Alfyn then first aids
That'll
himself.
do her.
Letting the hunt begin it.
Neat will Right, yep, take aim
Never
for 6
miss.
turns. Then Therion will through.
I'm ready. Are you?
We'll bring it down to 7 turns.
Ice.
I am ready.
And Primrose will Blackies clacker him again.
Gracious Claudel.
Bring it on.
Then Alfyn will axe him.
That's a big idea.
Ow! That wasn't nice. Herb of healing on Neat.
This will help us.
I am ready.
Right. Tony Trust Canary.
The nitrous canary.
Shucks.
Need to first aid Primrose.
That'll do her.
You bugger.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Alright. Herb of Awakening for Therion.
Using this.
So shucks.
Rehabilitate Alfyn.
I got just what you need.
Out of my way.
Then, Thought.
Letting the hunt begin it.
Thought.
All right.
As you do. Maximum MP.
Let's get down to work.
You stay always prophecy.
Teora, eyes to the sky.
My turn.
Oh, yes, Therion, it is. I'll have to use
I'm ready. Are you?
Bellogar's Blade.
Unleash your wrath.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
But Neat will...
Coming.
Vinahild's battle cry.
Windhild, fight for us.
All right.
Yeah, just add that last little to the end. And actually,
I am ready.
and Primrose will maximum Glacky's Clacker.
Watch me now. Gracious Claudette.
Andy Thorn.
The show is over.
Anit has achieved level 58. And we got a refreshing jam.
Sorry about that.
Alfyn says, sorry, pal. And nicks a feather. Then he says, but this pinion of yours, but this pinion of yours is going to save a man's life.
All right.
Alrighty, Ogen, like it or not, here I come.
It's me, Alfyn.
Back in the inn, Alfyn says, I'm back, old man. Ogen says, can you keep it down? My head is throbbing something terrible.
Sorry about that.
Alfyn says, whoops, sorry about that. Anyway, time to get to work.
You what?
Ogen asks, you really believe you can save me? Ridiculous. How could you ever? Alfyn replies, a man saved my life years ago. A man not so different from you, come to think of it.
Listen here, Ogen. I may call you an old man, but it's too soon for you to go. People are suffering out there, dying. There are plenty of lives you can still save.
Maybe you're right. I once met a man who said the kinds of things you say.
Hmm?
He was an apothecary too. In my darkest hour, it was his words that stayed my hand. Despite having no hope, nothing to live for, he convinced me to press on.
Who was he? What the heck could he have said to a mess like you?
Ogen, look at your hands. Just two, and yet they have the power to save innumerable lives. Live, Ogen. If not for yourself, for those who still need you. All around you, people are suffering, dying. There are plenty of lives you might yet save, if you have it in you to save them.
Why are you helping me?
What's that? When someone's in a bind, you help them out. As simple as that, wouldn't you say?
Huh.
Those were his words to me. It's the damnedest thing, but somehow you remind me of him.
Gadzooks. Those words. I heard them too, when I was just a boy.
You what?
There's no doubt about it. That's the man who saved my life. Thanks, mister. But why'd you save me? We ain't got no money, you know.
Listen, son, and listen well. I saw someone in a bind, and I helped him out. Simple as that.
Shucks. I hope I can do that too someday. I'd never seen anyone like him before. His words, the miraculous potions he made. He didn't just save my life. He gave me a whole new sense of purpose. And so I became an apothecary.
So yes, Ogen says, it truly does work in mysterious ways.
Maybe you can help me.
Alfyn says, tell me more about him, Ogen. I don't even know his name. Ogen replies, Graham was his name, Graham Crossford. It was 10 years ago that I met him. He was travelling the realm, as was I. He said he was searching for a remedy for his dear wife, who had been stricken with a deadly malady. His skill at mixing salves and brewing elixirs was like nothing I had ever seen. He travelled from town to town, healing the sick and wounded at every turn, and still managed to fashion the elixir he sought in 2 short years.
But
it was too late. His beloved had already passed on, never to return. He told me the story of a bright young boy to whom he eventually gave the medicine. To think I'd meet that boy in the flesh one day. Alfyn is taken aback. Ogen continues. After he saved my life, he wandered off again to who knows where. Word had it that he had later passed on to meet his love. Alfyn says, so, he's gone. Ogen says, at any rate, it all makes sense now. Graham didn't choose his patients. He helped everyone he could, just like you. We didn't always see eye to eye, but I respected the man, and I'd like to think the feeling was mutual.
I see.
Thinking back on it, talking with you was oddly familiar from the start. Your innocence, naivety, whatever you want to call it, it's like a mirror image of the man.
Oh.
You're carrying on his legacy as well as any man could. Even if you are a sentimental sop. Alfyn replies, takes on to no one, old man. And they get to talking.
Thanks for everything. Ogen, you sure you're okay?
Aye. Thanks to you, I'll live to see another day. For a couple nights there, I didn't think I'd make it. But it seems your brew won out in the end. You'll forgive me if I don't say thank you. This wasn't the fate I asked for, after all.
Don't mention it.
That grave. Did you make that?
Just my way of paying tribute. Only wish I could have met him once more. Oh well, eh?
Knowing him, I think he would have felt the same about you.
Well, guess I'll be off then. After all, there's still folks out there who need my help. What about you, old man?
What about me, indeed? Guess I'll keep on living, at least for now, and atone for my sins as best I can. I imagine there's still people out there who need me as well. First Graham, now you. What it means to be an apothecary.
Ah, shucks. Guess that means I was right about something after all. Be safe here. I reckon you won't get lost in your travels after this. And me neither, mind you.
If you say so.
It was an age when the medical arts were still in their infancy. With war and disease rampant, the sick and the suffering depended on men and women who brewed remedies with wisdom and compassion. Men and women known as apothecaries. And therein ends Alfyn's story. So, next episode will be the end of the main series, with Primrose's conclusion. There will be my thoughts following that episode, and an episode I've entitled Afterward, which is the first chapter for Tressa that I skipped. The first chapter for Tressa in full, so that it is not missing from the whole thing. But yes, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the last official episode.